on a thirsty Thursday, full moon, thirsty Thursday. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, Lilith reincarnated, here on a thirsty Thursday. Woo, 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 woo. What's up, new people? You came at a weird time. You're right in between lines. Stay in your lane. I'm such a cunt. Yeah, I am the dark goddess reincarnated. Today's a Thursday, so it's usually the best day to usually get at me, but it's also a full moon and it's a weird day. In order to keep up with me, you had to have seen my videos that I posted yesterday, my live videos, anything in my community page, and I usually drop a good short. I drop my shorts every day. And I come with this really great witch laugh. I hope that doesn't frighten you. It does most. Alright guys, let's get into this. What are we doing? We're going to check our spiritual growth. I'm going to give you a bunch of goofy testimonies and we'll get on with the bullshit. First things first, mofo. Dark twin flame. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Jesus Christ. God said. Every time, too. I didn't know you. I was... Jesus Christ. I really be hoping for it, dude. Sometimes you have me convinced, dude. All these songs and shit. I'm like, yeah, he's healing. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But you talk a good talk, you motherfucker. Walk it like you talk it. What am I talking about? Russ the bus. Seriously? Yeah. My spirit was like, look at this bitch. I just want to point out who? Oh, Tupac. Tupac hates fucking Russ. Why? Because he's a liar. We don't like liars, bro. We don't like fakes and liars. We can accept you at full value for being a disgusting fucking, you know what I mean, killer, you know, conniver, fucking sex trafficker. Whatever you do it with pride. This motherfucker right here. Anyways, what was it? Well, he comes out talking about, I'm trying. Talking about, I'm not nobody's Superman. He must have posted 1,100 videos talking about this is for anyone that has to set boundaries, that feels bad about setting boundaries with their family. This motherfucker right here comes to Colorado at the beginning of his tour, and there's pictures of his mom and his brother, and of course his whole fucking crew at his fucking tour. I'm like, all right. Every single artist has their little groupies, right? So I'm like, hey, who did Big Sean bring? Did he bring his wife and child? Who did he bring on tour with him? You brought your mommy again? And your brother, what is that for? What good is he? Why do you... That's a lot of unnecessariness. So I tried to break it down to its rawest material, and it came out to two questions. One question. Two-part question. Did you invite them? Or did they ask? Or this is just a really sick pattern that nobody even talked about it, and you're like, all right, here's your itinerary for the tour. Why do you just keep flying them to towns to lavish them while, you know what I mean? Like, you work all night, you probably recover during the day. While you're recovering during the day, they're out spending your money and enjoying the sights and the scenes, only for you to work all night and keep doing this. And you're flying them around doing... Russell Vitale. Why does God keep making me extend my hand to you? I'm going to slap the shit out of you with it one day. I swear to God, Becky. Ugh. I can't make nobody make this make sense, bro. You're very psychologically disturbed, bro. I've been working with this for 3 fucking years. 3 fucking years. I have told you how sick and disturbing this is and how you need to find your own identity outside of your family. You make a song and say that you're doing just that, only to contradict yourself and show you that you're not. You're so very unhealthy. Why'd you bring them to Colorado? Why? Why are you taking them to fucking anywhere else? Why? They never been to Chicago? They can't come to Colorado on their own? And I love how your fucking so-called creative director let it slip that she's from Colorado. We got your face and number. Morgan's like, let me see that bitch. I was like, hold up, Morgan. Hold up, Morgan. That's why you're hiding. You want to hide? Bitch, you could run, but you can't hide. Trying to pretend like you're a California girl? Shut the fuck up. View roots from here. We're going to pull those roots. We're going to pull the Carfax on your bitch ass while you're over there stealing all my creativity to make him look, to pretend like you are creative. Bitch, please. Can't stand you. What do I call you? The colorless angel? The man in a woman's body? You better come out of the closet over there. Oh my God. And then that happened. What happened? Princess Diana told me she has the same story as me. I was like, there's something. I don't know what happened, how the conversation started, but we got diddled. And I was like, that's what we're going to call this. And we are a part of, a large amount. We are part of a statistic. What does that mean? We found out our husbands were gay. Hers was bad, though. Hers was bad. When she approached him, he beat the shit out of her. And he kept beating the shit out of her. What? She found, she said, the shit I saw on his phone. She said she had dudes come into the house. She said she found suitcases of his lingerie. I was like, oh shit, bitch. I never talk about this. She's like, I don't either. I was like, well, mine's on OnlyFans, and he is a total sex worker. She said, she started laughing. I was like, nah, for sure, dude. He's a total sex worker. I even let it penetrate my mind at whether he's fucking men or they're fucking him. But either way, I got fucked. She's like, yup. And we had a whole talk about that this morning. Are you a woman that denies the fact that your man might possibly be totally gay? That's okay. We're going to get a support group going for us because there's a lot of us bitches. Reason number 555 as why I am single and not trying to mingle. I got this all fucked up, bitch. I got this all fucked up. I'm not doing this again. I'm not. Every time I go out there, I get this all fucked up. Just kidding. That's what I told her. I was like, well, I've done 3 years of serious rehabilitation that I'm calling in a man. Then Lumen Moon comes out and she's like, they're leaving leaving their karmic and they're coming with a full-on proposal. Like, this might be too much. They want a full-on. And when you hear it like that, you're like, damn, that sounds like me. Wow, it sounds a little scary when you hear it coming from a different direction. And if I was unhealed, I'd have panicked. Bro. If that message would have got to me like a couple weeks ago, I'd be like, the fuck you aren't. You better stay where the fuck you are, bitch. Don't you dare come near me with that stupid... That's how I'd be sending all these mixed ass signals. In the essence, I was like, God said it the other night. If they got right, would you give them a chance? Yeah, but I'm like Marilyn. If you fuck this up, I'm walking away. This isn't death do us part. Bitch, I'll be parting on you and you'll be dead. I mean, I walk it like I talk it. If this isn't going to be like a happily ever after, then, we'll have happy and then, I got to go because after I don't want to be happy. I mean, in the sense of, that's very obvious, dude. It's like, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And we're not going to try to force this to work. And that's okay. Why? Because that's okay. That's okay. Anyways, did that scare you? It could have scared me. They're leaving someone. I was like, well, it's not attached to his mommy's nipple and and playing sugar. It has his girlfriend on his dick playing sugar daddy. Ooh. All right, I put the cards right. Why did I do that? We're gonna do a spiritual growth. I know I'm spiritually growing. Obviously, those around me are not so much, but we are. Sat down with the girls. It was super funny. Tasha was in her car. She's like, I saw you. I just didn't get out. I was like, why didn't you get out, you creepo person? She's like, I didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and I wasn't there when we were supposed to do the thing. I was like, dude, we didn't do the thing, bro. I was like, we're gonna do the thing tonight. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. But anyways, crazy shit popped off in the middle of the night. I already couldn't sleep. I may have went to sleep at like 1. And then there was a knock at the door at 2:30. And then I was up from 2:30 to fucking 4:30. I was like, oh, hell no. This is crazy. This is a crazy-ass energy. And that's what she said. She's like, I was wondering if I was under spiritual attack. I was like, nah, bro. But you can feel it. You can feel the spiritual warfare around us. She's like, I can. It's like, don't worry. We'll worry about that, too. Maybe we'll do some... Ooh. Fell out. Some protection and banishment, too. I'm going to sit down with the girls and do all that tonight. Ace of Cups. And that's funny, because when I went to go get my food... for lunch, the girls all, I must have told 100 people about that shit that happened with you. I was like, for real? She's like, bro, I watched it. He hit your joint and all his demons came out of his breath. He just told on himself, a full confession. He just kept telling on himself as soon as he hit your joint. I was like, yeah, you want to smoke with me? I was like, that's not the worst shit I ever saw. She's all, it's the crazy shit I ever saw. I was like, bro, as soon as I start burning the fucking herbs and shit, dude, that's what happens, bro. Crazy shit, bro. Crazy shit. And it's really because the crazy shit is already going on. I just bring it to light. I was all, I don't know. She thought it was crazy. I was like, bro, my life is crazy. What are we working with? Love, bro. This is what we're supposed to be on. Why? I don't know. And then in the night, dude, I swear to God on everything holy, I was listening to that song when she told me that her man was gay. I was like, oh shit, let me tell you about my experience in R. Kelly's locker. I'm coming out the closet. Really? Yeah, I was like, I'm so glad that you talked. I was like, your truth set me free. It's good. We're in a healed place where we can laugh about it. But, you know, we came from a really dark place to tell a funny story, but it's not so funny. And there are people in a dark place right now. I mean, dude, that shit fucks up your womanhood, bro. That shit fucks up your whole fucking identity. Like, I was married to a gay man. You're like, really? Yeah, bro. Super gay man. Dude, it started in the beginning, dude. They called me. They're like, you need to get your husband. He's out here fucking selling pictures of himself to men for fucking drugs. All right. And I went down to get him. I knew he was on some gay shit, but it just didn't really penetrate my brain that I'm dealing with a gay man. Then there was this time he's like, he wanted me to come rescue him. He was staying with this dude, his sugar daddy, and I just didn't think about it. I was like, maybe he was just jerking off, and I don't know. I just never let it in my mind what they were physically doing. I just don't want to know. Diddy, I don't want to know, bro. I just know that that explains why you use me as a sex doll, and I wasn't your flavor, bro. You were never going to be satisfied with this, asshole. Do you know that? The bigger picture of that? All that sexual abuse was because I wasn't his flavor. What a loser. What a loser. And to go through all this just for you to explore your sexuality and find out that you was gay, or for you not to admit that you was gay, you gay ass. What does this have to do with your child molestation with your sister? Is this what happens? I'm so fucked off right now. God, why'd you put me in this? Because you're the Lilith. I don't want to be part of all this. Are you serious? Yeah. So I've gone through a lot of shit to come back and be like, yeah, I'm ready to love. Oh, man. Every time I think about it, I'd be like so fucking scared. How you feeling today? I'm feeling good about it. How you feeling about love? I love myself. I love God. He brought in some clouds. I was sitting out there, and he brought in these dark, beautiful clouds. I was just praising him. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. She was tired. I was tired. Morgan's all cruising the streets doing laundry. I'm waiting. Tasha's going to take me later. Tasha's burnt out. I was like, we're just, no, God, not today, damn it. We need the day off. I mean, in the essence. So, I'm in a good place. Where are you guys at? We're in a place of love. It doesn't mean that we're in love. But that's what it means, is they want you to be in a loving place so you can receive love. Alright, that's what God said. And I don't want to have to fucking dumb down my fucking pride, but I don't really have any at this particular moment. That's what got me here. I was sacrificing my pride. But that's what he tried to show me. I was talking all this shit about Bobby, about fucking Russ, about all of them, and it's like, the cards are saying that, somebody's going to come with their little cup of love, and are you going to take it? And it's like, if it's true love, it doesn't matter how big the cup is and what's it, you know what I mean? If it's true love in the cup, you can build off of love. You can't build off of lies. Do you know what I mean? And that's where everyone is. They want to dress up their cup and fill it up with everything you want. But it's not really what you want. It's not real love that they're offering. And that's where I am, so that's where I'm supposed to be. It doesn't mean that I'm going to take every poison chalice that I'm offered, you know, taking shots and shit like this. And that's where the intuition knows. It's like, I know where you're coming from, and if you're coming from a true place. And I think at this particular time, anyone that's coming at me with a cup of love knows that it's got to be real. Real love. So anyways, this card is about pure love. When it appears, it's an opportunity for deep emotional and spiritual fulfillment. You are surrounded by love, but like water, love is an emotion that flows, and it can be blocked by negative feelings. And that's it. If I'm being a bitch, they don't want to come and talk to me, because they think I'm going to rip their head off. What you don't know is I could be in bitch mode and then see you and switch into, you know, that's what happened with Kali. Kali was able to calm herself only for Shiva. Shiva was able to, you know what I mean? His surrender made her surrender her power and realize where she was. She was raging. Really? Yeah. Kali is a part of, oh God, Parsvati. It was a part of her, right? An aspect of her made to come out and protect and stuff. It was a, you know, an enigma. She wasn't in actual form. She took form when needed. Does that make sense? And that's that Queen of Swords. So in the morning video, she's like, they're coming at you, and you're in this Queen of Swords. I'm always in my Queen of Swords, but I match energy. I don't match up with your lies and shit. But if you're coming at me in love, you're getting love. If you're coming at me in truth, you're getting truth. If you're coming at me in lies, you're getting fire. Fire. Anyways. And that's where it is you have to be open to it. So all these things are triggering. They want to marry you. They want to settle down with you. They want to all this. They want to own. They want to before someone else takes you. It's very possessive in the form of it, and it could be very triggering. But at the same time, it's like, are you accepting of this message? Most of the time, be like, nah, this ain't for me. This don't resonate. Nah, this has nothing to do with me. No man's coming near me, and that's it. You're either claiming this or not claiming it. I was like, all right, I claim it. I'm with it. Let's see what God's got. You must open yourself up to the power of love by forgiving and letting go of past hurts. And that's where it comes to the pride. It's like, are you going to forgive? And that's what it is. If Russ would have fucking came off his high horse and reached out, would you have been forgiving? Of course I would have, if he was being real. But if he was just trying to set me up to get me up there like that, like obviously they were, then no. It's a setup. This is 22. Just kidding. No. And no. And that's really it. No. The Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. If you must open yourself up to the power of love by forgiving and letting go of past hurts, allowing the fear and grief, sadness and hatred to trickle away from your heart. To trickle away from your heart, and love, healing, abundance, and spiritual connection will pour in. The power of the Ace of Cups will bring healing of the body, mind, and spirit, deepening your connection to the divine and potential flow of life. Whenever the Ace of Cups manifests, it brings love. A new loving relationship may develop, or an existing partnership might move to a new level of sharing and understanding. Realistically, guys, it's all new love. We haven't actually, I can't say I've been in love with anyone. I've just been in love. This could be new. And all of that. As far as an existing partnership, I mean, I know what I want. But if I just keep telling God that I just want this guy, then, you know, I'm going to deny myself. Because what if it's, you know, even though if I want that guy, and I've done this a lot of times, oh, I just want this guy. Then God's like, no. And then he's like, no, you just want this guy. All right, fine, I just want this guy. And every time I just want this guy, it's not, I don't know. It doesn't work out. Really? Yeah. I'll be like, I just want this guy. So I did that this morning. I just want you. Does he care? I don't know. If he likes to be wanted. Doesn't matter. Is he going to be the one? Confirmation. Anyways, and if he's not the one, then God's like, no, but he doesn't know how to love you, so I'm going to bring someone that can love you. It kind of pisses you off because you're like, no, I want this one to love me. I want to love this one. God's like, no, but I'm trying to bring someone to love you that you can love. That one's either not ready or not yours. Damn it, God, fine. That's where I sit. I can't make them ready, and they might not be for me. Is what you learn through all of this. So you have to just be accepting of it, whatever it is. And it's not going to look like the old thing because you're not the old person. It's not going to look like something that you used to like because you're not that person anymore. It's going to look different. But if you're looking for the old guy, that one guy from, you know, I want a guy that's like this guy but better. You're going to get that guy but better. A better lesson to be learned. Anyways, a new loving relationship, yeah. Or an existing partnership might move to a new level of sharing and understanding. Perhaps these guys, why is it so hard for them? Because it takes heart. They have to be so brave about letting their pride get broke and their heart be heard. That's extremely hard. As a female that worked with nothing but masculine energy out the gate, I'm telling you, I had to do that with 12 twin flames. It was so fucking hard. It was like it was impossible to tell them how I felt. It was impossible to act in it. And I kept trying to make it go away, and I kept running from it, and I kept trying to fucking, you know, I don't want to look stupid, and I don't want to tell them this, and I don't want to be that bitch. I'm not that bitch. No, bro, everyone's that bitch. Everyone has it in them to tell someone how much they care about them and how they make them feel and get close to them. That's what starts it. You have to put yourself out to get close to a person. They're not going to let you in. You can't be all pushy, though. I've been doing a lot of that, but it's like, that's just it. Some of them can get to that point where they're ready to share, and that's where it is they're not ready. They're not ready, dude. Men are shut down. Their feelings are shut down, bro. Every woman always wants a man to open up to their feelings. Be careful, because the ones that are too open are fucking gay, and that's what we're finding out the hard way. Gay ass? Damn it. A big heart comes with double dicks, or what the fuck is this? Just kidding. Sorry, I've had some experiences. And of course that would come up, you know, as I'm trying to face love. Don't forget it. Watch out for gay man. Thanks, God, I'll watch out again. Okay. I'm so full of myself. In essence, I ain't called nobody the F word today. Alright. This may be celebrations for marriage, engagements, pregnancies, or birth. Dude, it could happen. How fast? Dude, do you know how fast babies are made? It could happen, bro. Marriages, and that's what it is. It's like, it's not about a whole wedding and shit. It's about a commitment. That's what a marriage is. It's a commitment, you douchebag. Fucking douchebags. I don't want to do all that. And a ring, is it coming with a necklace that I can wear around my, you know, are you going to try to strap my fucking powers down to your ring? You don't even know my ring size. I got chubby fingers. It's like, and what happened? Come on. I wasn't even sure I wanted to hold your hand yesterday. Now you're trying to put a ring. I'm such a funny human being, aren't I? You're having a hard time humaning. You're trying to ask Lilith to get married again. I'm working on it, God. I'm okay, yeah, and no, and yeah, and no! Yeah, okay. I can do it. That's what you watch through all these videos. We do need a happy ending before I finish the documentary. I need that happy ending to make it all complete. Really? Yeah. Marriages and pregnancies and all that shit. Ooh la la. Alright. Reversed. The Ace of Cups indicates emotional disappointment and sadness. Am I disappointed? No. I didn't think he had it in him anyways. I knew he was going to bring the whole family. I knew he was going to act a fucking fool. I just didn't know what I was going to do. I knew what he was going to do. That doesn't make me psychic. It just means you're fucking predictable. Stupid ass. This card, I'm not sad about it. As far as Twin Flame X, if I kept pushing this conversation, he would run away. I got it to the end of it. And I crashed that boat, and I'm waiting for the Titanic to come in. This could be a relationship breakup, infertility, a miscarriage, or depression. For anyone that lost a baby, now's not the time. I promise you, if you created life inside of your body, it will come back to you. Really? That's why I'm doomed here to have 2 more babies. I had 2 miscarriages. Yep, baby killing an ass. In the essence, I was guided to do it, but only because, you know, I created the Force and the Force is with me. Why? I don't know. Because it all has to come together. This has made you close off your soul to the flow of life. Why? Because a relationship breakup, or you can't make a baby, or you lost a baby, or you're sad. A baby's not going to fix your life, bro. I told you guys yesterday, whoever you are that may have got pregnant, bro, that means your life is now, you change roles. You go from a maiden to a mother. It's an extremely important role. And that's what's wrong with all of us, is we didn't have the right mothers. It's not about, you know, feeding them gluten-free and all this bullshit. It's about really caring for your children, bro. And caring about your children. Last night, 2:30 in the morning, they knock on the door because there's a child, a very small child running around naked on the 5th floor. They went to every door that was cracked to see where this baby came from. I got up because I couldn't sleep. And after all of the investigation, I shared it in my community page. Neither of the parents were in the fucking house, or in the building. The father wasn't even supposed to be. They called him for emergency because they couldn't find the mother. He shows up, and then the mother shows up afterwards. He's already taken the kids. She says that he's not supposed to have them, so they call him, make him bring back the kids. Now she's here with the kids, and the police are on their way. I'm pretty sure I saw CPS this morning. What the fuck were you doing, bitch? And that's what happens. These girls want to continue to be girls. They want to continue to, you know what I mean, to run the streets. They want to continue to still find themselves. They're not fully accepting motherhood. That comes from sex, y'all. And that's why I turned to Russ. I was like, did you get her pregnant, bro? You've got to imagine if they've been sleeping for 2 years, then she's just on birth control and they're raw dogging it. But what happens? And that was even, you know, Bobby told me he had a vasectomy. Bro. I know my destiny, bro. Science can't stop this. God is God is God. God said, you don't get to stop God's plan. You don't have control over this. You may have control over, you know, your fucking, you know, other girls, but not me. If God says I'm going to have your baby, then you better believe it's coming. And that's just it. It's like you do all... That's why girls do this. They have sex so they don't have to have responsibilities. They have sex with no responsibility. And that's to the men too. And then we get these men that don't want to be fathers, and these women that don't know how to be mothers. I had to learn how to be a mother. I wasn't the best mother. I had to be a father before I could be a mother. I'm only now becoming a great mother because I'm not chasing being the provider and the father. And it all comes from your fucking relationships, bro. You're giving yourself because you're like, you know, this is what you give them, and you're afraid if you don't give them, they're going to get it somewhere else. That's not love, bro. That's fear. That's control. That's manipulation. That's all that, bro. I was all in that shit, bro. He made me think, he told me to my face, dude, that if I didn't do these things, he'd go find someone else. That's that Scorpio energy coming in right now. That Sheila Nagig. Sex is about procreation, not fucking just orgies, masturbation, and fucking all that shit, bro. So if you're upset that you can't have a baby, this isn't the person that you're supposed to be having a baby. Or perhaps you've put so much poison into your womb for so many years that your womb can't produce babies anymore. And you'll have to take fucking responsibility for that shit. All those years that you were having, you know what I mean, unresponsible sex. Now you want to be responsible and you can't do it. In essence, I could help you with that. How? Because I helped Courtney. But that's not the point. It's like you didn't want it, and 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 now all of a sudden you want it, and now you're mad because you can't have it. And then for those of you that didn't have the baby that you wanted, because it wasn't the time. And these are not, you know what I mean? I'm being asked to bring children into the most deadly times of the world, but those children are severely, you know what I mean, they're God's children. My children are God's children with high purpose, and my purpose is to make sure that they execute their purpose as much as my purpose. Not to tell them what their purpose is, but to help them evolve into their purpose. I fully am aware of what their purposes are. I give them ideas to what they are, and that's it. My son knows that one day he'll create something that'll save mankind. My daughter knows that she'll fight for rights, and she'll save a whole generation of mankind. I know that I will reinstate the church. I know that my children, will be the sound, you know what I mean? One will be the sound of music, and one will inherit the church. Truly? Yeah. They're God's chosen. He chose for this. I can't stop it. I'm gifted to be part of it, but that's what it is. And it's like, your child isn't supposed to be born right now into these times, because perhaps you're about to go through some bad times, and that child doesn't need to go through that with you yet. Just putting that all out there. There's a lot of that, you know what I mean? It's like, as the Lilith, that's all I can do, and that's what I told her. All I can do is pray over these children. I can't change none of these adults. I can't judge them. I can't tell them how to be better. I can't nothing these adults. Nothing. But I can fucking pray over these children, bro. I could put my Holy Spirit over these children like you wouldn't believe. A whole fucking bubble. And no matter what these adults drag them through, they are protected. They have the spirit of Lilith, where no darkness will touch these children. That's all I really can do. You're attracting it. You are attracting your fucking karma all day long. All that negativity you've ever put out is coming back to you, and it hits your children. Every child I go by, I fucking put a bubble of protection. Not this one. Not this one, bro. This one's free from karma. This one's free from the karma of their parents. Not this one. As the Lilith, that's what it is. The child-killing demoness. I took the, you know what I mean? We took the souls away for the sins of the parents. Why? That fucking child's gonna get raped. It's gonna be a murder. It's gonna get fucking robbed. It's gonna have alcoholism. They're gonna lose their children. People are gonna be terrible to them because of the fucking curse that you've given to this child. This child shall not carry that curse. I carried a fucked up, cursed ass life, bro. But I was here to, you know what I mean? And you guys have too. You've carried the curses of many generations, and mostly your own. Your curses from your past life aligned with the bloodline that you were born into, so that you could break them out of the curses by just doing your own cursed work. If you refuse to do it, then we've got to stop this, because no child should have to carry this curse any further. They will for quite some time, but we'll get them washed off. And as you heal internally, it heals through your children. And I can prove that through my videos. I can show you that I do intensive healing, and then it knocks my kids out for the next 2 days. I can show you it heals your children. It doesn't stop with you, but they'll still have to face the same things, but they'll have a better understanding than what we did. They'll have a spirit about it that we didn't. We went off our mind. We thought this was the best thing to do. Our Holy Spirit wasn't loud enough to tell us what was right and wrong. These kids have spirit. These kids have spirit. That's the difference about these earth angels. They're spirited. They're spirited. Since COVID, spirited, bro. Woke. Talk about those COVID babies. Go look them up, dude. They're like weird. Why? Because they're spirited. People were in a good spirit when these babies were being made and born. They weren't chasing. They weren't in that energy, bro. It was a completely different energy that these kids were born into. Time had stopped. People were in a place of unity, awareness, you know what I mean? Centeredness. Jesus, that scared me. You scared me.
I almost left my phone out there.
You scared me. Alright, anyways, so going back to it. You may feel as though your faith has let you down and your spiritual connection is lost. Remember that the Grail is always present, always available, and you can choose whether to accept it or reject it. I rejected all forms of love, all forms of outside anybody, all forms of love for a long time until I started working on this. I wouldn't take anybody, I couldn't take a compliment. I didn't want anybody to pay for me. I didn't want your help. I didn't want you. That's rejecting love. No, I don't want no fucking man. I don't need no fucking man in my life. No, I don't need no fucking friends. Fuck family. Fuck everybody. That's rejecting love on all levels, bro. I'm seeing logic. He did this interview. Yeah, I don't fuck with nobody. Like, I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. What's interesting is the reason you don't fuck with nobody is because of the people you fuck with. It's that small circle that keeps you from fucking with nobody. If Russ stopped hanging out with his fucking family, people would fuck with him and he'd fuck with other people because he wouldn't be trying to entertain them. He'd entertain himself with entertaining people. If Marshall didn't hang out with these bunk-ass, fucking over-the-hill-ass rappers, he'd be entertaining himself around people that entertain him. If you didn't have the same crew, you'd have a new crew that do what you do. All these people are you're trying to keep them on your level. They're baggage. You've outgrown them since the beginning. You just keep them around to have somebody around. And they're keeping you down. Down, down, down. That was a heavy card. We spent 35 minutes on love. We could spend lifetimes on love. Alright, we're currently in a state of love. You're either completely rejecting it under this full moon, or you're completely accepting it. You know where I stand. I'm accepting it. Dude, I was like, do you think I could end up having sex under the full moon? Anything is possible. I believe in anything. You don't try to work out the logistics. You're just like, it could happen. If you try to work it out, then it seems impossible. That's your mind trying to tell you it can't happen. Your mind's not trying to make it happen, it's trying to show you it can't. Don't put your mind to it. Unless you already know you can and you've already worked through the can'ts. And that's where it says right here. You must open yourself up to the power of love by forgiving. Will you forgive them for what they've done? Yeah. Will you let go of it? Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. You do this shit all the time. And that's what I learned with Russ. And that's the truth. If I can forgive him, I can forgive anyone. Day after day after day after day. If I can forgive him, I can forgive anyone. And that's where you have to let go of the past hurts. Allow the fear that you're going to keep doing this to me every day. Allow grief, sadness, and hatred trickle away. And that's it. It's like, I didn't need you to heal. I just needed to claim my healing and be healed. Heal, bitch. Ah! Alright, what's our spiritual work at hand? Oh my god, Becky. Is that the Master of Wands? Is that the King of Wands? Oh my god, Becky. Why? Because I'm the King of Wands. This could be good. I'm excited. Should I shave my legs? Should I shave my legs? Does it matter? I mean, would it really matter at that moment? Like, you didn't shave your legs? No, I wasn't expecting you. I mean, really though, it was a surprise. I'm excited. He's got the magic stick. Sorry, that's what I heard. I hate you, 50. Why? Because you're a bitch, bro. I guess. I mean, maybe I like you, but you be talking too much shit, bitch. I don't like all that shit, bitch. It's like, you're a shit-talking bitch. Fine, bitch. Whatever. Alright, here we go. King in the spread indicates a beginning. When the King of Wands appears, it brings opportunities, so take up the challenge. Be assertive, and don't doubt your abilities. You have all the skills and experience you need. I'm ready. I'm ready for love, bro. This is great. Why? Because I've been a Knight of Wands for too long. I'm ready to be the King of Wands. I went from the fuckboys to the kings, bro. Told you. With fucking presidents. Dead presidents. The rulers. The gods. Oh, man. What's a goon to a goblin? Anyways, moving on. Kings also concern motivation, and this one calls you to develop your fiery part of your nature. The part linked with altruism, idealism, warmth of being, impulsiveness, and originality. Lead your life with vision and long-term view. That's what we're supposed to be focusing on. Get your pens and papers together and start writing down just a 6-month plan. And don't stick to the plan, just putting ideas of the plan. What is all this? Ooh, there's a rainstorm coming, right? Yes, there is. God is so good. That's my favorite notification. Hey, there's some rain coming. Yes, rain down on me. Anyways, the influence of the King of Wands may be felt through an actual person in your life. All right, let's think about this guy. It's a mature man who is honest, dynamic, noble, energetic, compassionate, and a philanthropic. Fuck. It could be any guy, right? Lewis, why am I seeing you? Lewis is the best guy, right? If he could harness his fire, he'd be great, but he's all watery. He is a Capricorn. What you doing, Lewis? Lewis isn't ready to have sex under the moon. As soon as you think about it, you put it together. Is Lewis going to come and make babies with you? I don't think so. Lewis, are you gay? I've been questioning that for a minute, too. Could you see, Lewis? This has to do with your outside your outside appearance, Lewis. What you project to people. Lewis, you don't strike me as the type to be like, you know, really manhandle me. I think I'm going to manhandle the shit out of you if I got a hold of you. I'm being honest. When you're trying to be like, oh, it's that man. Okay, put the man in the bed and see if this works. You see this man doing what you want him to do to you? Then this isn't that man. I better watch him. Let's change the subject. What are we having for lunches? Big old hot dogs, dude. I swear to God. And they have these sesame seed buns. No, they have poppy seed buns. Are you serious? Yep. I swear to God. And pork and beans. So in essence, we're having beanies and weenies. I am so fucking laughing. The universe is trying to set everything up perfectly, right? He's about... Just kidding. I mean, this describes Lewis. But as far as all of the other stuff, he's so kind. You can't be really rough and tough with him, with his afro puff. I just want to comb your hair, Lewis. Lewis, you need to open yourself up to love. Damn it. Lead your life with you know, with fire and shit. Damn, Lewis. I'm over there like, as close as I am to love, I see where these guys are. I'm like, damn, you guys are so unhealed. Damn it. It's not like I was like supposed to love with you, but then look at where you are and it's like, well, now I know why I couldn't be with you. What about you, Marshall? Are you ready? Are you ready to catch a flight? Into the future? Back to the future is what that would be. It'd be like going back in time, I think. I'm not really sure. How are we going to have a different future when we just keep having the same fucking lives together? Are we going to make this any different? I don't think we have bad lives every life. They always work out just fine. Are you this guy? I've been asking him for that forever. I was like, are you ever going to be that guy? Could you see Marshall doing it? I think he'd be scared. He's always a little scared about people looking around. I think he'd be scared. They're going to see us. Who's going to see us? What are you talking about? There's just me and you out here, buddy. There's nobody out here. You don't need to bring a bodyguard. We're guarded by the Holy Spirit. And Puck is here. Can you see him? He wants to see what you got in you. That might scare people off, too. Yeah, they're going to watch us. I'm always being watched. Excuse you. I don't know. It sounds great and all, right? Like, even Allie. Oh, Allie's going to come commit to you. Does it come with sex and, you know, are you going to call me a bitch and shit? That has to be part of it, too. You have to be, you know... Come on, can't be all loving. In essence, you gotta be like, you know, put me in my place and shit. Damn it. Anyways, while someone else is just thinking about it, he can get the whole thing done, whatever it is. That's it. The rest of them are thinking about it. They think about it a lot in the fucking bathroom when nobody's looking. They think about it a lot. He is a charismatic leader who is able to get the best out of others, encouraging them to share their viewpoints and explore their creativity. But he won't tolerate people who fall short of his high standards. Who is this guy? I am that person. But we're talking about, is there a person like me, right? Who's like me? Let's break this down out of the 12. He's a charismatic leader who's able to get the best out of others. He can rally the troops. Okay. Encouraging them to share their views and explore their creativity. Marshall, do you do that? Who does that? Russ does that. I don't know who else does that. But he won't tolerate people who fall short of his standards. That sounds like you, but it sounds like Kobe. I don't know if any of you got this Kobe in you. Sorry. I'm pretty sure that, you know, my soulmate died at birth or was taken out, you know. I'm pretty sure that. Just kidding. Because of this, he can sometimes be aggressive in his pursuit of his goals and will be fiery if crossed. Oh, there's a sick thought. There's a sick thought. As far as this kind of aggression and shit, this is really, geez, there's a sick thought. This is Kanye out there. I mean, they have it in them. They're just distorted. Think about this. This is Kanye, for sure. A mature man who's honest, dynamic, noble, energetic, compassionate, and a philanthropic. While someone else is thinking about it, he can get the whole thing done, whatever it is. He'd be doing some shit. He's a charismatic leader that's able to get the best out, I mean, he rallies the troops. I don't know if he brings the best or the worst out of them. He encourages people to share their viewpoints and their creativity, but he won't tolerate people who fall short of his goofy-ass standards. Because of this, he can be aggressive in his pursuit of his goals and will be fiery if crossed. Interesting, huh? Interesting. I mean, I'm not fucking around with Kanye. I would never. He's gonna get me in trouble. In a relationship, he is fun and exciting to be with. I don't think so. Kanye's over there staring at his phone all the time. He likes a strong partner and will resent anyone clingy or restrictive. No, they like that shit. See, that's more me and Marshall. Get off me. If he's forced to live a dull life, he will quickly become bored and depressed. I don't know, though. You guys are, like, stuck in you're stuck in dull lives. You're going to make me bored and depressed with your lives. It's not like we have to be like Russ, always on the go. That's annoying. I want to settle down, you know, chill for a bit. But, like, in the sense of, and I don't need a lot of entertainment. It's just, like, dull is, like, when I hear dull, I hear afraid. Where I'm like, you know, when I'm like, oh, let's go somewhere, let's do this weekend. No, I don't think we should. That's what I hear when I hear dull. I hear opposition. I hear fear. I don't know. I'm not fucking around. I'm not getting married to Kanye, but we're looking for someone that's as wild as Kanye in that sense. Interesting, right? Between Kanye and Marshall. The fact that either of those opening up their heart is pretty impossible. I believe in putting possibilities. Alright, King of Wands. Reversed. If the King of Wands appears reversed in your spread, expect encountered blocks, red tape, and difficulties standing in the way of progress. Now is not the time to demand others to fall in line, as this will be counterproductive. Perhaps you've been too boastful about what you can achieve, and have taken on too much. The reverse king may be a person in your life, a father, boss, friend, or lover. He has lost his purpose. Far from a selflessness and warmth of an upright king, he becomes an overbearing bully who will brook at no opposition. Ew. Well, work on that. I'm this person. I'm not any of that. I mean, I might get some roadblocks or something, difficulties standing in the way. I don't know. Who stands there? God. He said no, not right now. Which is pretty much how that works. But this is all me. And, you know, you can see why I need someone like me. A mature, honest, dynamic, noble, energetic, compassionate, philanthropic. While everybody else is thinking about it, I can get the whole thing done. I can bring out the best in people, encouraging them to share their views and their creativity. But I don't fucking tolerate people that'll be bullshitting about it. Right? Because and I'm very aggressive in my pursuit. I would say passionate in my goals. And I will literally light your ass up if you fucking cross me. I really do. And she's like, girl, I was like, I do. I say it so calmly. I really burn the shit out of you without even flinching. I'll raise my voice if I need to be louder than you because you're not hearing me. But I don't need to get in your face or nothing, bro. My words are very powerful. And that's that, you know, Queen of Swords shit. Hey, what's the outcome if we do all this? Oh, happy snappy. Harmony. You need to master this, right? So this is what you're working on today under the full moon, is opening yourself up to love, not being a tyrant and controlling about it. And if you can do that, you're going to be in a place of harmony. The number, the 4, oh no, we're at 6. This is still a good one. Victory. The key word of the 6 of Wands is victory and success. It's the minor arcana counterpart of the Chariot. The achievement has not just fallen out of the sky, but because you have worked hard, overcome problems, and surmounted obstacles. I've done a lot of healing to be ready to play wifey, bro. To be ready to accept a cup of love without fearing it or throwing it back in someone's face. Really? Really? What would you do? Would you laugh in their face? Would you humiliate them? Would you throw their offer back in front of them? Say that you're too good for their offer? Point out all of their shortcomings and how you couldn't possibly? Or you want nothing to do with it in general? If somebody came to love you, would you let them love you? I've worked hard on that. I've worked hard on this. And how I got there was loving others and loving myself, allowing myself to love. You've applied your strength and talents to reach your goal, gaining acclaim, recognition, and maybe even fame. Yeah, we're going up the ladder. However, you will need to keep working to stay on top. Be proud of what you've achieved and let it spur you onto greater heights. But don't let it go to your head, or you will sow the seeds of future defeat. Make sure you don't lose friends and family along the way. I mean, yeah. Well, that's it too. It's like, who's going with you? I mean, I'm not dragging anyone, but if you're going in that direction, and that's it too. It's like the lottery. I hit the lottery. We're building houses, you know what I mean? And this is what we're doing. And, there's certain people that have no attachment to me that, God's chosen. Matter of fact, I'm guided to give Diana some money today. She said that, I don't know, I brought it up. I was like, I'm going to go do laundry. You want to go? She's like, I got to scrounge to get some money. I just had both of my kids' birthday. I was like, damn, I know how that is. And when she said that, you know what I mean? I was like, if she didn't have money for laundry, I can give her money. I'm in a place where I can give. I got that feeling as we were coming up. I didn't have it on me. I don't keep money, but I was guided to give her some money to get through. Why? Because somebody would do it for me too. They have. That's how I got here. That's it. You know what I mean? You give from a full cup. I just got me a little welfare check, dude. And, I can give, I have enough to give. Truthfully. And what I said was, and that's what I said, I was like, bitch, I'm getting us a fucking, because that's where Morgan went with all her shit. It's like, I'm going to buy one of those little portable washers I used to have. I had one. I had a little portable washer in my apartment because my fucking stackable washer went down. Bitch, I bought that thing for $80. It only took me $150 to fix my washer. I used that thing for 2 years, washing little loads of laundry and just drying them in my dryer. I was like, I'm going to get us one so that we can have one here. We could just pass that thing around. Truthfully, as long as you use little loads, that thing works forever. And then my sister, I learned that at my sister. She had a portable dryer. I didn't even know they made those. They're a little bit more. I'm not in that position. We can air dry this shit in the sun dry some shit. And those big ass fucking windows that are back there for nothing. I mean, mine looks straight on the sun. That should be beaming down all day. But that's just where we were talking about. It's like, love is a way of, what can you give? How can you give love? And that's it. I don't really have much. But they're excited. All the girls are excited to sit down and, do some manifestation work. Not spells. And I never said we were doing spells, invocations or anything. I said we're going to do a full moon ritual and we're going to do some manifesting to bring in some good shit. And all that is just visualizing what you want, allowing yourself to accept it, and working through the barriers of what could be standing in front of it as far as your fears. What do you have to do to open yourself up to this? You know what I mean? In the essence, she needs a new car. Fucking, what's her face needs a new car. I don't even know if girl got a car. But Morgan needs a new car. She needs to, so she needs to manifest that. And what does she need to do? Well, we already talked about it. She needs to get rid of the car that she has. That shows the gods that she needs it. Right? And that opens it up. That opens up the doorway. You know what I mean? Get your license ready. Show God that you're ready. She's like, well, I haven't had my license because I'm not even really driving. Get the license ready. Show God you're ready. You know what I mean? Get all of this ready. And if not, you know what I mean? Get the car ready. It's time for you to get on the road. Stuff like that. T is doing some training. She's doing some onboard training for a new job that she wants, but I don't know if she wants it or she's just taking a job. So, we're going to kind of specify, work our stuff down that. As far as job categories, I'm only taking what I wanted. Why? Because until I'm shown by God this isn't what I wanted, I'm only taking a housekeeping position. I don't want anything else. I want to be able to wake up early, go get this job done, you know what I mean, where, you know, get up early like I always do, leave me alone, put on my fucking headphones, go clean like I like to do, let me just do my job and be home by fucking lunch and enjoy the rest of my motherfucking day. I don't want to be part of no fucking, let's be part of a big organization and community. No, bro, just let me do simple work for simple pay and get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I got to be part of your world. I'll just do, it's not about being the minimum. It's just like, I can't do more than that because I am giving more than that to my career. I need a job, or I'll accept a job, but only a job that aligns with my career. And that's where I'm at right now with that shit, bro. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to try to fit into something, try to learn a new skill, trying to, I'm going to take the skills I got and what I know will bring me happiness and stick in my motherfucking lane. I'm not applying for shit that ain't a fucking housekeeping job. You'll see my fucking name on every fucking housekeeping job in fucking Denver. I swear to God, I'm not applying for shit. I might do like a retirement. No, because then I got to deal with people. No, I want a straight hotel. The people is out of the room. There's nobody there. Leave me alone. I don't want no people. I don't want to deal with your shit, bro. No offense, but I don't want to deal with your shit. I'm going to bless a room before people have a good night's sleep. Let them have a blessed night's sleep. That's it, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm about to be rich and famous. I don't give a shit what got me there. Seriously. So that's where I'm at. I'm being very direct on that. I'm not just taking in breadcrumbs. I'm not taking in anything that's going to stress me out or make me have to, stretch my skin out more than it needs to be. So that's me. And that's going back to, what do you want to eliminate? That's what we're going to talk about too. What kind of shit you want to get rid of? What type of bad habits or bad behaviors you keep giving into? What type of shit-ass friends you keep having? What kind of, dog-ass dudes keep coming into your life? We're going to talk about all that tonight under the candle. And that's it. We're going to talk, breathe it in. Speak under the full moon what we want, what we really want out of this. Try to, not fully specify it, but we'll have them write it down on papers, and then they'll light their candles and they'll go and, you know what I mean? They'll edit it as they need. Let's start with, okay, all of us are in the same place, bro. We all need a job. Okay, well, T's got a job, but we all need a job. We need a house. We're all divorced. We need to get our shit together. What can we ask God to do to get us prepared for getting our shit together so that we can have what we don't have? Is what that looks like for all of us women. And I just want to point out, bro, you know what I mean? You got Lilith, Diana, and Morgan, and then T. And T already is a fucking witch. She already told me that since the moment I met her. She'll be out there with her obsidian necklace and all that shit, bro. For real, for real, for real. So in essence, it's like, that's what that's all about, is these full moons and stuff is working with that. Capricorn is about your stability. It's about that. On different moons, we would just be planning different shit. If we're talking about creativity, it's like, that's something else. What do I want to do to creatively express myself this month? How do I want to creatively express myself this month? Do I want to cut my hair? Do I want to change my outfit? Do I want to fucking, you know what I mean? Do I want to, write a song? Do I want to fucking go painting? Do I want to go do some outside stuff? That's a form of creative expression. I've never done whitewater rafting, but that's a form of expressing yourself creatively. You're doing something creative to express yourself. Going for hikes and shit like that, different stuff. So different moons, we focus on different areas of our lives to work on. And that's it. Otherwise, we're neglecting many parts of our lives. And that's how the moon cycles go, too. Right? All right. So, all of this is how I got to a place of getting ready to be married. Really. All I got to do is shave my legs, apparently. Put on my face. Be proud of what you've achieved and, move on. The reverse of success is failure. You've not received the recognition you hoped for. If you're waiting for someone else to tell you you're good, you're probably not going to get that. You got to tell yourself you're good. If you're waiting for people to applaud your hard work, it's going to be silent. You have to applaud yourself through this. You should be your own biggest fan. And you shouldn't be worried about how many fans you have, because you're your own fan. I'm very excited that my page has gotten to, they'll start falling off. A bunch of people came out of nowhere and they don't know what they got into. And it happens. But in 1 year, I'm at 400 and something subscribers, almost to 500. And I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's great to have you. I hope you stick around. but I'm not dependent on your likes, views, shares, and subscribes. I have to like my own shit. I gotta view my own shit. I gotta be subscribed to my own shit. I gotta thumbs up my own shit. Any of that shit you do is only, you know what I mean, that's cool to know that somebody's out there, you know, rooting for me too. But I gotta root for me. When the lights go out, it's just me. When the curtain comes down, right? Alright. Your efforts may have been ignored or criticized, or you may have simply not been good enough in your chosen field. Perhaps you have had success in the past, but proven transority, and this has dented your confidence. That's really what it is. Every time I do this, it works, but it's not working. Hey, when I got out there with my resume, it just didn't work. I wasn't the same person. I wasn't selling myself the same way. I wasn't believing in what I was going out to get. I was coming in a place of desperation where I just need this job. I'm not really motivated on this job. I don't really want it, and they could sense it, and I was giving it off. I don't really want this, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like it didn't work. I would never not get a job if I walked in with my resume and talked to the manager. Confirmation, I got the job, but it didn't work like that anymore because this wasn't. And I walked into jobs that I always got, but I wasn't that same person, and this wasn't the job for me anymore. And that's good. That's growth. Just saying, you know what I mean? It could dent your confidence. Like, what's wrong with me? You're just not the same person, bro. You're being called to be something you know, better. Or more humble. In the essence, I've ran so many corporations. All I'm trying to do right now is be a housekeeper. Which is what my mother was. My mother was a professional housekeeper. That's how she maintained our whole house. So that's what took her through college and, you know, brought us a new life. She cleaned people's toilets. She used to take me, and when she didn't, she would scream at me to be her housekeeper. If she came home and the house wasn't clean, she'd beat the fucking life out of me. I'm taking my sickness, my weakness, and making it my power. Something I was ashamed of. You know, my friends their parents had good jobs. They had good jobs, and they lived, you know, we lived in Lakewood. They all had good jobs and shit. My mom was a fucking housekeeper. I wasn't very proud of that. We were on welfare. I was very not proud of that. You know what I mean? I'm reliving, in essence, generational curses, but I'm breaking them. I'm breaking them. I'm not doing this because I'm forced. I'm doing this because I'm proud that I'm going to break this, dude. Really? I'm a 3-time business owner. I went to college for business. Aside from all of the actual businesses I work for, I'm a ladder climber. I've been MIT, which is management and training, in over 5 different fucking industries, where they were training me for management. I have been management in many fucking industries. I am an absolute fucking leader of a corporation, bro. I learn all the intricacies, and I learn how to, if anything, I'm quality control. I would be an auditor to any corporation. I come in, and I see how it's done, and I fine-tune it to make it done better, and then I leave. I'm not trying to be any of that. I'm not trying to be an important piece to any of these puzzles. I'm just trying to, you know, get in and get out. If it was good enough for my mom, then it can be good enough for me. And that goes back to the butler. You could be feeling that a relationship is unequal and that your partner dominates it. Or maybe you have lost trust in your partner after betrayal. That's in the videos, you know. I might give you another chance, but it's gonna take a lot for me to trust you. And that sucks. That sucks, bro. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling, bro. I've never really, I mean, my whole life was built on a lack of trust, but when I think about these guys, it's like, can I trust you? I have to tell myself I can, but you have to show me. You're going to have to convince me too. And it's fucked up because my mind needs to see it to believe it from what you've shown it. My mind doesn't trust you from what it's seen. My heart can give you trust, but my mind needs convincing. I'm being very honest with that. And that's kind of what Twin Flame X kind of hit me with. But I feel it. I feel it, bro. Not right now. So that's standing, you know what I mean, on business. And it's, you know, you got to work through this. And that goes back to rest. I really hate you for that, bro. I don't. But you made yourself look real stupid coming out there doing that secret, you know, that secret fucking listening party, talking about setting boundaries and how important it is to have these conversations and know where you're coming from and all this. And then you come out and you're a fucking lie, bro. Men like you that are following all these women and shit. I don't need to come and tell you that. What are you doing? Why are you looking at naked girls' pictures all day online? That builds trust issues. Have you questioned yourself as to why you're doing that? Do you feel that that's appropriate to do with your new love? Are you going to make, you know, are you going to eliminate shit like that? And that's kind of what Twin Flame X hit me up with. I got 12 twin flames that are very intimidating to him. What about all these dudes? Let me talk about it, and we can start working through this, and we can put up some boundaries and some limitations. We can work through this. We talk about, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, all right, I can bend, but I'm not gonna break. What about you though? And that's it. Are you walking on fire too? Are you making the same sacrifices to build this trust? Are you doing what it takes to make me feel safe too? And you look back at it, it's like, why would you think that he was ready? I mean, he talks a good talk. You think that he's a grown-ass man and he's healing, right? Looking at Russ. And then you realize he's just hiding his unhealedness. He can't hide it. Why, Russ? Why can't you go on concerts by yourself? Are you scared? Even when you go with them, all you do is stay in the hotels and go to eat anyways. They choose where you go to eat. Chicago's a cool town to just wander. I went there to see Marshall. Is your phone off? No, I just ignored your call right now. I went there and saw Marshall for Lollapalooza. I sat there right there and watched all the traffic at night go down the river. It was amazing. It was cool just to be part. What happened? My ex-husband took all my Klonopins and got all fucked up and overdosed. But I just sat there and enjoyed this city. It was a terrible time, but there was things of it that were beautiful. I don't really care for all that food. I didn't have real good food. I don't like their deep dish. I didn't like their hot dogs. I didn't like all that. I like all that shit in New York. Every hot dog on New York is good. Every fucking pizza in New York is good. As we're talking about Kanye. Kanye's from Chicago, right? I don't know, guys. Obviously, we talked about it. It was relationships. This is the full moon. It's only going to push it. By tomorrow, you're going to be hurting. We're going to really have to face it. If not, get it done today and start facing it. Really start ripping it up. Why? Because it's under the full moon. It's making it. It's bringing it to the surface. How did we end up talking about our gay husbands? A super secret that both of us have been hiding came out so we could talk and laugh and be healed in it. She felt good and I felt good. She didn't feel good, bro. He destroyed her, bro. He took her teeth out. Like, this big, huge, enormous black man beat the fucking crap out of her for a month because she kept pointing out his gay shit and he didn't want her to know. And he was afraid she was going to tell everyone. She might have still been hurting from it a lot more than I was. But I was still ashamed. And I wouldn't accept it. Everybody told me that he was so fucking fruity, bro. And I just didn't let it in, and that's what she said too. It's like, why didn't we see the feminism? I was like, I know, right? Hers was wearing lingerie. I can't say mine's doing anything else. I think he doesn't need to dress up. Or he could. That's what I told her. I don't know what kind of role playing he's doing. Misery loves company, and it's, your hurtness that draws others that are hurt like you. And that's okay, but we're going to get out of this in a healthy way. We're not going to sit here hurt about it. We're going to make, we're going to survive this. And that's where it is, you attract people on your level. And right now it's like, we're overcoming this. And all three of us, all four of us are very cut off. You got to understand, a bunch of single women at a family shelter are not doing so well in the men department. We're not doing so well in the men department. So it's important for me to bring us all together, and we can be, you know, from my experience of how I've had to deal with my own, you know what I mean, man-hating ways, man-eating ways, to help them heal this so that they can, you know, get to a place where they'll accept a man's cup of love one day too. We get fucked off, bro. Women especially, you see them, women with children, single moms, bro. It's not that we can't have men, it's that we reject them. And they can feel it. It's not that, you know, men come around us and they're fun and they like us, but we reject them, bro. We don't want, because of what other men did to us. We never even let it happen. And as much as I say that, I'm looking at Lewis, I'm looking at Allie, and I'm looking at Marshall, bro. Let someone love you guys. It's not as hard as ours. Let them love you. They want to love you. And as I say it to you, I've got to accept that message to myself too. I look at myself and I'm like, fuck. It's too hard to love you is what I saw. But it's difficult, but it's not impossible. It's not too hard to love you, Marshall. It's not too hard to love you, Russ. You got to let people love you the right way and stop taking this shit, bro. It's not hard to love Lewis. He just has to let people love him, give him some time. Let people in so they can. Logic, Royce. People want to love you guys, bro. You have to be accepting of it instead of get off me. I don't want you in my space. I don't want you. There's no reason that you don't want love from your fans. You maybe not want too much, and that's where you set the boundaries. You know what I mean? You come out on the stage and be like, look, I want to get close with all of you, but don't get too close. I want to come and shake your hand, but don't grab my fucking, don't grab my wrist. Teach them how to love you. Teach them the boundaries. They want to love you. And that's where it is too. I had to teach guys, through this whole thing, I had to teach them how to love a person like me. I had to learn what it took and teach others. And you owe it to yourself, you know what I mean? And that's what these girls is. They owe it to their children to have a man. Not to be their father, but, you know what I mean? They owe it. They'll deny their children a man's present just because of their hate for the last man. It's not that this man has to be everything that last man wasn't, but just his very presence can show the children something that we deny them. I don't want you to play daddy, just show them what a man is. That's all. Just be a man around them. Not a hard man, just show them what a man is. My kids are fucking 13 and 12, bro. She's about to be 14. They have no idea what a man is. We've seen them, but a lot of the distorted ones. The only, we've seen Mr. Plum. There's a great standard. He's an old man. Very kind, very wise, very chill. It's the only man we've ever really known. And that's one hell of a standard right there. Sugar daddy. Can I just marry a 90-year-old man? I mean, wouldn't have to worry about sex and shit like that, right? He could give me a baby. He might not be around for it. And that's not fulfilling my destiny. I'm not supposed to raise children by myself. Open up to it. Alright? Hey, I love you guys. I don't know what else will come out of it. This is what we got going on right now. Your heart. And dealing with it. Dealing with the waters, the fires, the victory. Hey, for the new people, tomorrow will be a lot worse. We'll really be digging into it. We didn't really go into dirty, dark stories. I could have, but my kids are here, and I'm in a loving mood. But tomorrow we'll be in the dark. We'll be in the shadows of all my traumas and all of the things I've hidden. They come to the surface. Really? Yeah. It's alright. I know how to heal them. They're just going to scare you. They're not meant to scare you. They're meant to give you compassion and understanding, because I'm part of a statistic of a bunch of people that are hiding pain. Men or women. Did you know that? What are the chances? There's probably a few of them in this building. We don't know the statistics of how many women that were married to, in the closet gay men yet. But, with the Diddy parties, we're starting to find out there's a lot more of us than we knew. Here comes Michael Jackson. You were not alone. It's a statistic. I'm part of a... This is statistically fucked up. Yeah. Somebody's got to break this statistic. We got to take the shame off. We got to fill this with understanding, compassion, forgiveness. Forgive us, for we knew not what they were. They're like, how'd you not know he was a whole flaming... I didn't say the F word. I didn't say the F word. God's testing me. Kobe is testing me. You're going to call somebody that word? If I didn't call him, I don't think I'll call anyone that word. I'd be really ready to call him that word. Yeah, that could be some understanding, too, as to why I say that word. I love you guys. I'll let you know if, my magic stick shows up. Latest haters.